Low refinery runs and a fall in underlying crude prices prompted a rare rally in European refining margins last week, but will it last? I'm Thomas Warner with this week's European Products Wrap. Refining margins rose across the barrel last week as North Sea dated crude dropped back below $40 a barrel, and low refinery runs in Europe and elsewhere combined to eat into Europe's supply surplus. Many refineries in Europe and in key arbitrage area Asia Pacific are operating at or close to technical minimums, and around 500,000 barrels a day of Europe's approximate 16 million barrel a day refining capacity has already been taken offline for maintenance. That figure is set to increase sharply when BP's 265,000 barrel a day Gelsenkirchen refinery in Germany starts an 8-week turnaround by the middle of October. Middle distillate margins came under the greatest pressure of any product group during the third quarter, reaching their lowest level since 1999. But even diesel margins were lifted out of the doldrums last week, supported by a rare reversal of the usual trade flows. Diesel typically flows from the US to Europe, while gasoline goes the other way. But the European diesel market has become so well supplied that at least 2 tankers have been booked to head west across the Atlantic for the first time since April. There was one big exception to the rule of dwindling production last week, with Libya returning to the oil products markets on the supply side. Crude production and refining activity is gradually restarting, with naphtha and fuel oil loadings already scheduled for October. Production in the country has been intermittent in recent years as a result of civil conflict, but a deal has been struck and exports are resuming. This week we'll be keeping a close eye, as always, on all the European oil product markets as well as their respective arbitrage regions to see whether Europe can keep exporting away its surplus supply. If not, there'll be further cuts to crude intakes or perhaps even a resurgence in floating storage. Whatever happens, you can stay on top of all the latest developments with the Argus European Products Report.